Good morning, cubies and newbies. How are you today? Good morning. I am Sunshine. I am ABCube tutor, and I am the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes. That's formula A, that's formula B, that's all you need. Formula A brings a piece to the top that you want to be on the top. Formula B moves 3 pieces around when that's needed, and that's all you need to do. You can do it in any order of operation you want, but I usually do the corners first because every cube has corners, and so I treat all of the cubes the exact same way and work with them. So if you do the corners, then this one's done. If you do the edges and the center, then this one's done, and then the rest of them, all that's left is the edges, the centers, and like I said, formula A and B does all of it. Formula A, if you apply formula A to the middle row and the middle column, it looks like this. You move this piece away, move this space down, move the piece into this space, and the piece in the space back up again, and you have boxes. 3 times puts it back to start, or you can flip it over and do the opposite. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a yawn coming on. So if you use the bottom row in the right column, this is what happens. It switches these two corners, and these 3 edges. These 2 corners, and these 3 edges. But you don't have to know all that. All you really have to know is that these 2 keep switching and twisting as they do, and 6 of them get you back to start. So you haven't messed up anything except for what you want to you haven't affected anything except you want to affect. So if you use the outside and inside column, it works on edges, like so. Okay, but it's always moving 3 pieces around. Once more. Anything you do enough times goes back to however you began. And then for the centers, you pick a piece that's wrong, and you're going to throw it to the top. So the first line is formula B. Line it up to where it's going to land somewhere you want it to. And up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse, down, reverse, down, and you moved 3 pieces around. Sometimes it looks like 2, but it's always 3. If 2 of the pieces are the same color, it looks like 2. But you're always moving 3 pieces around because 3 pieces is always what you want to move. You will always have 3 or more pieces to move. If you don't, it's called a parody, and parodies are lies. We do not. They're very powerful lies. There's a big old long algorithm you have to learn, and if you want to get rid of a parody, and since parodies can look like different things, you have to learn different algorithms. No, you don't. No, you don't. A parody where it looks like there's 2 pieces that are incorrect. And for example, if this piece wants to go here and this piece wants to go here, or if this piece wants to go there, this piece wants to go there, a parody will either show up as a corner parody or an edge parody, which is why I do corners first and then edges, so that when a parody shows up, you just undo it and you keep going. You don't have to memorize, don't have to use any of those parody algorithms that are so difficult to memorize and can only be used in one instance. So if there's ever 2 pieces that look like they need to switch, the third piece that you can't see is the piece that you cannot see, which is literally the slice that touches the parody. So 1/4 turn either direction of a slice that touches the parody, and then solve the cube in that position, and the parody dissolves, disappears, it's gone. If you've done the centers first, you have to reset the centers, which is why I do centers last. So one of the reasons why I do centers last. I also do centers last because I treat every cube the exact same way. So, good morning, it's Thursday. Week's almost over. Da 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 da. All right. How are you guys doing today? Everybody having fun? Everybody have wonderful plans for the upcoming week? Kata, the Queen TTV. Queen TTV. All right, so Formula B. You find a piece that's wrong. Any piece. Here's a piece. Okay, I'm on the white side, there's a green. It doesn't belong there. So this is the cue. I'm going to apply Formula B to this piece. So it wants to land on top. I'm going to put the green on top. It's going to land right here, which means I can bring down the red cube, yellow cube, orange cube, or a white cube. Since white's the one I want to bring down. All right, there's space. Okay, so that was my first row. First horizontal was to line it up so that it's advantageous. And just to demonstrate, this white piece is not going to land down here, which it would if we were moving two pieces. It's going to land over here. So line up the top and applying it to this piece. I don't have to memorize which columns do which things. I just have to pay attention to the one cube that I'm working on. So this piece goes up. I move it into a different column. Second up is the column where it's in now, and then reverse. And because my edges are done, it keeps me track on where I am. So I can't do it the wrong way because that didn't line up. So I have to, the edges, since the edges are done, they're a visual cue for me. And set the top, and we're done. So this piece went here, this piece went here, this piece came over here. So, and lather, rinse, repeat. That's all you do over and over again, one piece at a time. Here is a blue. Blue's on top. Line up my white. Up. Slide. Up. Reverse. Down. Reverse. Down. Set the top and keep going. Here's a blue. Okay. Which is going to land here, which means I can bring down a yellow or a green or a red or a yellow. So priority is to move up the pieces that want to be there, is to move the pieces that want to be on the other face and move away the pieces that are opposites, and from there it's just whatever happens to line up. So up, slide to a different column, and because it's not a diagonal, I can go either direction I want to. It doesn't matter unless I'm making pretty patterns on the front. Up, reverse, down, reverse, down. Set the top and keep going. I have friends. So as said, the A and B method works on every size end by end cube. It also works on the minxes if you want. The minxes behave a little bit differently though, in that because the center column affects more than one piece, when you work on the center columns as part of your B, it has unintended consequences. So there's an order of operations for the minxes where there's not an order of operations. For here, the order of operations is you do the tips of the star first, and then the arms of the star, and then anything you do in the corners, B will only move 3 pieces around, just like on the cube. And the other difference is that this one doesn't give you a parity, and this one can. So no order of operations, but possible parity. Order of operations, but no parities. Other than that, it's still A and B. You can solve any one of them. Here's a piece that's incorrect. It's green, so bring the green to the top. I can bring down, it will land here. I can bring down the red, the yellow, the orange, or the green, so bring down the orange. So up, slide it into a different column. Now this way it's the same column, so the diagonals you have to pay a little bit more attention to, but different column. Second up, reverse, oops, down, reverse, down, set the top, and keep going. Now, can you use Formula A? Yes, but you can use Formula A on every top, on one layer. But the thing is, can only do it for one layer is because it affects the other cubies. It affects the other sides as well. So for instance, if I apply Formula A to this piece to move it to the top, let's first of all put a piece on top. Okay. There are three main ways I can make this piece go to the top. I can push it up there, just muscle it up there, which is, if you're only working on your first layer, you can do that, that's fine, but it messes up everything else. Or I can do Formula B. If I do Formula A, what I do is I line it up under where it wants to be. I move it away from the cube. I move the cube and the space down. I move the cube space down, cube into the space, and then the cube space back up again. But you cannot, like I said, it only works on the top, on the first layer, because it affects every side. So it's not desirable except for the edge pieces and the absolute center and the first layer. To set these properly, Formula B, however, only moves three pieces. So line it up, different column, up, reverse, down, set the top, and keep going. Find a piece that's wrong, aim it in its direction, line up something advantageous, up, slide, second up, reverse, down, set the top, and keep going. There's a white. Up, slide, up, reverse, down, set the top. So that's it. All you need is A and B. And we'll keep working. Let me know if you want to see how A and B works on the minks. Otherwise, I will go back to playing with my cubes. My favorite toy. Alright, so find a piece that's wrong. Here's the red. Red goes on top. Line it up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse, down, set the top, and keep going. There's another one. Okay, line it up, slide, down, set the top, and keep going. Here's a blue, here's a green. Has to go twice because green is on the opposite side, so it doesn't matter which way I throw it. But here's the blue that wants to come down, so we'll do that. So up, slide, up, reverse, down. As a shortcut, I don't generally teach shortcuts, but if it is an opposite, then you can line it up. Okay, and then instead of up, it's a 2. Slide to a different column, up, reverse, 2, slide to a different column, down. So pick a piece that's wrong. It's going to land on top. Line it up, slide, down, set the top, and keep going. Pick a piece, up, slide, up, reverse, down, set the top. And like I said, every piece is handled the exact same. Every cube is handled the exact same way. It's just more of the same thing over and over and over again. So if you have A and B, I'm gonna create some merch. I'm gonna put it on a keychain. I'm gonna make a poster demonstrating the, you know, how A and B affects each piece. But here's how it works on this one. So formula B, if I apply it to the corners, well, if I apply it to these corners, absolutely nothing happens. On this size, on a larger size, things happen, and they're very exciting. But so if I use these two corners, up, up, down, down, it moves 3 corners around, just as it does on the cube. So these two are treated as one corner. Up, up, down, down, and once more up, up, down, down. But the reason why there's an order of operations is you apply that to the tip, the absolute center, the absolute edge. I'm going to place it here, up, up, down, down, and it has undesired effects of working the corners as well. But I know how to set those corners. So if I were to set those corners, you could see what the centers are actually doing. Okay, so I've set them, and formula A twists the corner as it flips back and forth, and 6 is always a back to start. So I can twist they're in the right place, but I can twist them using formula A. 1, 2. When it's correct, I move to a different piece. 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bottom has not been disturbed. Set the top, and that shows me that when I use the outside and an inner column for the centers, these are the 3 pieces that moved along with the 3 corners. So if these are the pieces that you want to move, you can set this with the formula B, but you do this before you do the corners so that you don't have to do the corners twice. So okay, I did 1, which moved this piece here, this piece here, this piece here. So I'll do it 2 more times. Up, second up, down, second down. Once more, slide up, slide down, slide down. And those are correct, and I can set the edge pieces now. Moving the corners now, up, up, down, down, and everything's in the right place. 2 of them are flipped. Formula A twists them. 1, 2, that one's correct. Move to a different incorrect. Finish the 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So as long as you're doing so it applies. A and B will solve this as well, and the larger ones. So these ones are solved, and this one's the only one to finish. And I solve I solve multiple cubes at the same time to demonstrate that they're all solved the same way. So I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna play with my cube and tell you guys, but if you have any questions or comments, put them in chat, I'll respond. Otherwise, it's just lather, rinse, repeat, more of the same. So I'm just gonna finish this one. Here's a green. have friends. Okay. I'm going to take a shortcut here and I'm going to do Formula A on the first layer. So I column down. 1, 2, 3. I see if any happen to be lined up. Okay. Next column. 1, 2, 3. None of those are lined up. 1, 2, 3. Away, down, in, and see if any others are lined up. There's one. There's nothing there. Move the whites away. Moving the column down. Move it up to 4 times to see if there's one line up. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, not a whole bunch lined up there. Bring the whites away. Bring the row down. Move into the column. There we go. And up one more. 1, there's 1. 2, there's another one. 3, okay. And then okay. Here's a white piece under here. Okay, so this piece is going to go here, so away, down, in, up, set the top. This piece will land here, so that's not advantageous. That is. So out, down, in, up, set the top. Keep going. This piece will land there, land right there. So out, down, in, up. And because the other sides are, I don't care what happens to the other sides, I can do Formula A on just the first face. Okay, this one, line it up. This will land right there. So out, down, in, up. Set the top. Keep going. This one will end there. So out, down, in, up. Set the top. Keep going. This one will land right there. That doesn't help. Now it will land right there. It does help. So out, down, in, up. Set the top and keep going. Okay, here's a white. It will land right there. Good place. Out, down, in, up. Set the top if necessary. Keep going. There's another white. Okay. Out, down, in, up. Line up top. There we go. Out, down, in, up. Set the top. This piece will land somewhere here. That's not advantageous. There we go. It will land right there. So out, down, in, up. You move the piece away, the space down, the piece into the space, and the piece in the space back up again. So 1, 2, this piece will land here. So out, down, in, up. Set the top. another one. Line it up, out, down, in, up. Set the top, keep going. Here's a white. Line it up, out, down, in, up. Set the top, keep going. All right. And here they are on the bottom. As I said, I can line them up. Up. All right. So let's move these up using Formula B now. Okay, so up, slide, up, reverse, down, reverse, down, and now I can do back to Formula A, out, down, in, up, line it up, out, down, in, up, set the top. So A works on the entire top row, top face, if you want, and the corners and the absolute center. But beyond that, you can't beyond that it changes. You can only do that if you don't care what the other faces are, if you haven't done them yet. So, so that's it. That's it for today. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do some more. Everybody go have a fun day, and I'll be back tomorrow, and bye.